and it should also be with every single employee. Father, I pray that you keep them safe, particularly our peace officers, Lord, as they go about their work, Lord. Father, thank you just for you being you, and that you be the great provider that you are. We ask for your continued blessing upon our county, your continued blessing upon our leaders. Lord, your good word says we don't have wisdom because we don't ask for it. So, Lord, upon behalf of this commission, Lord, and the rest of our county, I ask, Lord, that you would give us wisdom so that we might steward what you have given us in a way that honors you and that blesses you and that makes you known to everyone in our county. And it's in the sweet and precious name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. Pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
All right. Well, how are you this morning, Commissioner?
Well, I'm moving, I'll pay gravel rest of this week, trying to get everything and. Got 14 north and 67 shaped up. And barring any unforeseen weather events, we'll chip seal that next week and get that one off our plate. It's just taking up most of our time.
Commissioner?
I was gone a couple of days next week, but I had to line them out enough to keep them busy for about 2 months, but they didn't quite complete all that, but they got a lot of road repaired, and this morning, as soon as we get out of here, we're gonna start trying to get 2312 ready to chip seal this week, and then try to get that complete.
Same thing, we got the road behind it, which go out there ready to go. Just waiting on chip seal.
Right.
Or chip spreader. And other than that, it was cutting brush and cutting grass, kind of catching up from all the rain we had this summer.
Definitely been a landmark one for sure. Commissioner?
We're shredding and also trimming some trees, so wanting to get the roads down. The rain really made everything grow, the trees, the weeds and the whole thing.
Nicole?
Great. I'm great. No complaints.
Now, Philip.
Oh, sure. Most of the business and you were good. We installed some computers for JPO last week. We've got an extra network switch going in over at Covington for some extra capacity needs that we have over there. Mostly just kind of business as usual.
Awesome.
For us.
Great. Mr. Hemmer?
Business as usual.
On our fire danger, how are we looking? Do you know? Are we headed that way? I know we got a little bit of rain the other day, but
Yeah, we're still, there is a fire vendor they put out. The state did fire alarms. We got rain predicted today and tomorrow, so. I think, if you ride around, it's amazing at the end of August to look at the green grass. This is something you don't see here very often.
I agree. It's been,
Healthy.
yeah, it's been very nice.
Not just the whole grass.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Everything deals with alcohol, pretty steady in population, we got about 60. Complaints and one pretty good.
No complaints. That's that one down.
Running that.
Yep. Miss Lincoln, how are you?
Start of the year with 3 students. We anticipate as of September 1, when the HB6 rule goes into effect, that our JJP volume is going to grow significantly over the year. And so we've prepared for that. Philip and his team can install some new student computers so that we can monitor their activity. But yeah, we've been busy. School year always keeps us busy. Our insurance prevention program brought out for also in the school districts, and so we've already been on campuses for that. So it's been busy but good.
Constables? Favors?
Yeah, yesterday's script that I called you about was bus. Grants for agencies with 1 to 3 officers, not including the chief administrator. Worth a shot though.
I appreciate you looking at it though.
All right.
Mr. Holmes?
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. I don't think we have any announcements from my office. We'll get into all that business here shortly. I will be out for the last half of the week for more training, so letting you guys know that. We'll go ahead and move it into open forum. Is anybody here today to speak to open forum? Well, did we have anybody sign up online? All right. We'll move through that to the consent agenda, action on minutes, invoices, payroll, monthly report for revenue and disbursement, and for elected officials training.
Second.
I have a motion, a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. As those go around, we'll go ahead and move on to court order number one is going to be discuss interaction on employee wage or status changes. We do have a couple new hire. Nope, no new hires. Just wage change on Jeff Gary, Robert Gray, Kimberly Tatry, and Ronnie Glenn.
Make no proof.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to two, discuss interaction on the budget amendments. Ms. Swilling has submitted some budget amendments for us, cleaning up some stuff. We have one for record supplies, moving $5,000 to it and removing $5,000 from records contract services. This is in the district clerk's record management and preservation. I have JP2 moving postage, two postage from miscellaneous. One in the general fund moving from contingency to the opioid grant. That is part of our budget. We've made a new fund, a special fund for those opioid monies. They're actually going to start tracking that. The state's going to want to know what we're doing with those monies. So this is establishing that fund to carry off into the next budget session. We have Justice Peace Precinct 3 with some movement adding to staff wages, social security, retirement life, and removing that from contingency. And we also have Ms. Comer's training certificate moving to a level 1 criminal justice peace court clerk. We have a county court at law general fund. This is mandatory increase. I believe that's the legislator. Is that correct? The legislature mandated that increase. And county court at law optional increase. I don't know what that one is, Miss Susan. Is that part of the legislation as well? This is the county side of the legislation.
No, it's an out there, just
Oh.
requesting that his increase go in from that third of the option of the court.
Okay. The legislature SB 239 is going to be implemented 9/1 September 1st. Judge Crane is asking that we implement that change to his salary. The county portion.
County portion be implemented September 1 instead of October.
Motion. Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Yeah. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Go ahead and move on to number 3, observe and or record the annual salary of the district court reporter, county auditor, county court at law, and county reporter, and assistant county auditors for FY 26. These were, Judge Lewis sent these to us as he was required to do so.
Motion.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Number 4, discuss interaction on to renew Amazon business membership. This is a membership we have with Amazon. It's $779 a year. We use Amazon for quite a bit, just like the rest of the world. A motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Oh,
Just want to let other departments have access to Amazon.
I don't know how many.
It's cheap,
Have 13 users, we can have a 1,600, but of course we won't do that.
but we wait for items to increase it to more department.
Perfect. I know that is a concern for you.
And that medium, the mediums.
Add a motion to section. Any more discussion? Nope. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We'll be tabling number 5. This was the inmate medical care contract for the on-site x-rays. They haven't got that contract back to us yet with the changes that we requested, so we'll go ahead and table that. Number 6, discuss interaction on professional service agreement between Hill County and Grant Works. Mr. Jackson,
Just has to let thing that should have been done back in March, got lost in the shuffle. That is there, the people managing the grant, like,
for the what?
the generator grant.
Oh, the generator grant. Okay.
Make a
So
motion.
we have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Number 7, discuss interaction on interlocal agreement between the Heart of Texas Council of Governments and Hill County for the 911 database maintenance services. They sent this to us. This is something that we enter into regularly. This will be from September 2025 to August 2020. A motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Number 9, discuss interaction on FY 2026 victim coordinator and liaison grant contract. I was sent this contract. Is this in there twice? I think that's in there twice. I was sent this contract by is it Attorney General's office that does that grant? The
Yeah.
victims coordinator, the VAC. Right?
That's
This is them. Yeah, this is them telling us that.
I think we missed one. Did we miss one? Did we?
Sure did.
They
Sure did.
looked almost the
They
same.
do look
but
the same.
yeah.
I'll snag it next. This is the grant that funds Miss Cole's position. She did get approved again this year, so that's really great. Motion in a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Who cares? We'll go back and hit 8, which is approval of interlocal agreement between Heart of Texas Council of Governments and Hill County for 911 public safety answering point services. Again, from Heart of Texas, with our 911 services. Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Number 10, discuss our action on residential, non-residential contracts and interagency agreements. This is for Hill County Juvenile Probation Department. Ms. Lincoln, do you have anything to say on this one?
I'll just be very brief. This is my other binder that has our union contracts in it. Just to share with you guys, we continually ask for contracts throughout the state just because we have to meet our needs of our juveniles. Our average, detention cost per day, if you average all of those facilities, is $334 a day. But that's not really, it doesn't sound as good as it actually sounds, because like our highest level of cost for detention is $325 a day in some of our facilities. The ones that are $140 generally, I can't ever get a child into it, but I still included them in that equation. These contracts have been approved by the juvenile board and just presenting those for approval. Yeah, that's the briefest I've ever been.
Just have the two with Denton,
I'm sorry.
just have the two with Denton that we pay for.
Yes.
Over there.
Yes, and they're $250 per day, so the county's paying $500 a day to hold those beds. Yes, much needed.
365 days a year.
Absolutely. That's it.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed, motion carries. All right, number 11, discuss interaction regarding Mr. Hemrick's mobile device for emergency management. Mr. Hemrick has asked the court that the billing be returned under his name for his cell phone that he's been using for his entire career. He'd prefer not to lose his phone number, I think is the main thing. I have no problems with it, but we wanted to bring it to court because I'm not really sure the mechanism in which to do so. I'm not really sure how we would do it, the mechanism.
Well, the mechanism won't be, the county's never paid for my phone, I've always paid for the other one. When I came to work, I didn't want to carry some telephone, so I asked the county to cover the bill. My family, we have sequential numbers, either one number or two. All I'm trying to do is get the billing away from the county back in my name, so y'all pay my bill. I don't need, if y'all would continue to pay the bill.
Pretty simple.
I know Miss Parker isn't here today. She had a family emergency. Miss Susan, that's pretty simple, right? We should just be able to,
Yeah.
I think it.
Yeah, we'll just have to pay for the say. We still say, no, it's that longer tax thing.
Well, I've already contacted them, they were in the process of moving the building. But because I'm the administrator on the account, somebody from the county had to approve it other than me.
Oh, I see. That's why.
Call them and say, hey, Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's the arts, right, thing, which is the person. Person, yeah.
We don't have anything, Ross.
I don't have an order specifically for that.
Oh.
Yeah, for me.
I don't have an order for that specifically. We need an order for that. Yeah, we'll have one. Okay, motion.
Second.
A second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We need this for that. We'll have an order signed for you, ma'am. All right, moving on to number 12, public hearing on the budget. Is anybody here from the public that would like to speak to the budget? Anybody here not from the public want to speak to the budget? This would be the time that, yes, ma'am.
Good morning. I just wanted to, again, thank the Commissioners Court for always supporting my department. Y'all have done a remarkable job supporting me, and I'm beyond grateful for that. I reached out to Judge Brassen last week because I looked at the proposed budget And my proposed budget was the same as it was for last year. If you'll remember this year, I'd asked for an increase to 275,000. But on the budget worksheet, it reflected the amount from last year, which was $192,500. First of all, y'all know that I'm beyond grateful for anything y'all ever give me. I'm never gonna be one to complain, and I'm grateful for that. But I just wanted to bring that back up to ensure that that got corrected. Judge Brassel did say that his intent was for that full amount to be budgeted. And so I'm not sure where the discrepancy came in, but I wanted to address it in open court. The other part of that too, that I wanted to talk about is, I think y'all would all agree that I'm an incredibly good steward of our county dollars. I pay very close attention to what we're spending. When I wanted to redo the exterior of my building and the flooring in my building, the county did not pay for that. I got money from the state to pay for that. That was over $25,000. Internally, I could have paid through that money with my county budget, but I found another source because I'm always looking for opportunities that are appropriate and available to us. I do have a budget that transfers over year to year. I'm one of the ones that's blessed to do that. One of the things that Susan and her office does at the end of any year is we make sure that we spend all of our state dollars. And so anything that we can then go back and be reimbursed from the county by those state dollars, we try to zero out those state dollars. So I do have an incredibly good balance in my account. This year I've only been transferred over 100,000. I did not get the full 92,000 that is still remaining to be transferred, which is all fine if that's not going to happen. If that's the case, though, I would ask for this budget to be approved at the 285,000. I don't know if other county offices have a budget held from them as well. But I do have a balance in the Hill County Fund, but I think that arguably is because I've been an incredibly good steward with our dollars. One of the things I wanted to point out is this year, normally we do get prevention and intervention grants that total usually about $56,000. This year I got 23,000. Because I did have an account that I saved from years ago, we're able to still continue to pay that salary without asking any additional from the county. I do suspect next year, when we move into next year, I'm probably gonna have to budget that out of my county dollars. And so having a balance, I know it looks like I have a lot of money just sitting there not going to use. But the advantage that I have in that is that I can really attack anything that I need to from the very beginning without having to come back to get Commissioner Court approval. And the thing of it is, y'all approved my budget. Y'all approved exactly what I asked for last year. And also, just to remind you, last year I actually came in and asked for less than even that paid contract, because I do always want to be a good steward of dollars. I'm not complaining. I'm not griping. I am so grateful for what you guys do for us. But I do have to plan for the future. I do have to plan for our growth. I do have to plan for those opportunities when our grant fundings are going to be gone. And so I try to do that without asking a lot. From the operating perspective, you guys provided in my proposed budget $197,500 for detention beds. That's for the 2 prepaid beds, as well as any additional ones that we have to use outside of that too. If you'll look, my operating expenses is $51,000. So I'm operating my department on $51,000, and I've not asked for an increase in that in a significant amount of time. I'm not going to ask for an increase in that because I'm going to, again, use the balance that I have in that account. I did not ask for an increase in my utility account. I said leave it as is, because I know that I have that extra in the other account, and I'm going to use those dollars for that. When the change came in longevity, I again was told that we had a change in policy for longevity. I also did not ask for an increase for longevity. That was already incorporated into my budget. So again, I'm not trying to be difficult. That is not my nature. Y'all know me very well, and that is not, but I do want to bring that before the court. And, you know, I do think that if I do get a budget per year, that money should be deposited in my budget. And as long as I'm a good steward and I can prove to the Commissioner's Court that I'm going to use those dollars in the appropriate way to run the department and to the very best of my ability, I think those dollars should be transferred, and I shouldn't be deducted or not be held to the same standard as everybody else just because I'm being a good steward of my dollars.
I think we previously approved that, right?
It was put in our post, yes, that.
We put in a transfer that 925, we requested that be transferred. What is the amount that the county must fund each year? I forgot, is it 92,000?
Yes, the county has to fund 92,000 per year. And you guys have always done that. Y'all have always provided that amount of money. The big change came when we started prepaying for the 2 detention beds. That was requested by the juvenile board, and the county attorney's office was supportive of that as well. So that's when that big change and that increase came. You know, I'm not one to ask for regular vehicles. If I need a new vehicle, I'm gonna have the dollars to buy a new vehicle at some point, because I think one of ours is fixing to die. So I'm gonna have that internally in my budget. And so I don't plan to come ask for things unnecessarily. But again, I'm not trying to be difficult. Y'all know I'm beyond grateful. I love this county. I love what I do. I think all of y'all would agree that I don't cause risks or anything, but I do think that if I'm a good steward with my dollars, I should not be penalized, and I should be able to have those dollars in my account.
All right, I'll make a motion to grant the request.
If I want to reverse it,
Well, yeah, we're in a public budget hearing. We can,
We funded for the new year, the 192,500, which is 100,000 over our required. Of course, we're never gonna leave them in the lurch, and she has ample funds, and you have contingency funds in the new budget. I mean, you can go ahead and put those funds over there, that's up to you, but, you know, there might be. We don't know what 26 holds, and we don't know who's gonna need the money. I think she's gonna start the year and have a substantial amount. You know, and in the past, when she's run into detention issues, we funded more money. You know, we're gonna take care of what Tina needs for her department. It's just up to you if you wanna do it now or possibly later, possibly not have to at all. That's just your decision.
you get a motion, second.
We're just in public here.
yeah, we're just in public hearing. We're just having discussion. So if that's what you guys would like to see within the budget, then we'll make that change in this budget that we're talking about right now. That's basically what we're gonna do. So is that what you guys want to see? Yep, okay. So we'll fully fund at the 275. That means I'm gonna have to make an amendment to this, right, Miss Susan? To the proposed that we have printed out now,
Yeah.
or to the final that we have printed out. Okay,
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the consideration.
thank you, ma'am. Anybody else here to speak on the budget?
I'll just ask once again about the software line item.
It was added to the budget.
It was.
Yes.
So this budget is basically reflects the proposed that I filed. There were some changes made. We have a list of those changes. All those changes were fairly small changes. This includes the Development Services Department that we had discussed. This includes Mr. Entz as a paid elected official county surveyor with benefits. What else does it include? The Hill County Fair project, the bathrooms, our portion of it that we discussed. The upgrades for the sheriff's office server, those two are one-time expenses that is gonna lower our rainy day, our savings account slightly. We'll still be above 35%. I think we'll be closer to 37, 38%.
Did we discuss or anything happen with reducing the reserve to the road and bridge? You talked
Yeah,
about.
well, the idea of having one big fund, we did not do that. No, sir. What we did instead was we raised that percentage of value that you get from 8 to 12%. Which is reflected on your revenues page, or no, I'm sorry, your breakdown in the back. No questions? All right, we'll close the public hearing. Now it's discussing our action on the budget. So if we want to approve this budget, we have to do it by roll. the budget will raise more total property taxes in last year's budget. And the amount $1,762,942 is tax revenue to be raised from new property added to the tax roll this year. Is there a motion to adopt this budget with
With the change.
with the amendment of Ms. Lincoln being fully funded at $275,000, the JPO department? I have a motion and a second. Oh, I didn't hear you. Motion and a second. Any more discussion? All right, I vote aye. Mr. Holcomb?
Aye.
Mr. Crumpton? Mr. Hawkins? Mr. Lake?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Now we have public hearing on our tax rate. Anybody here to discuss the tax rate? It's time. Nobody signed up. All right. We'll close the public hearing. Discuss enter action on the tax rate. Let me get that one. It's probably in here now. Ms. Susan, do you have any documents for this? Yes, ma'am.
Hard record, I start fixing it here. It requires a record vote, that's right. The right is what she has, did you get that cover sheet page?
Yes, ma'am, I believe so.
New allocation, but it's where you were checking off on the record vote, I can find some more stuff.
Oh, was this the tax?
Yes.
Oh,
Well. So the proposed rate is the top one, and then the no new revenue rate, interest and sinking and voter approval rate. Are listed below.
oh, right, there. I see. Total approved tax rate would be a 0.452647.
Yes, and general fund is 0.387769. Road and bridge 0.064878. And that includes debt service of 0.010461 in the general fund rate.
That's FM lateral, no road bridge, right?
The road and bridge is the FM lateral. There's two taxes, the general tax and the FM lateral. The general tax is the one y'all are getting the 12% versus the 8% in the previous year. And down below is what those rates were the prior year. So the FM lateral went to 0.060060 to 0.064878. And the general fund difference. It's, y'all don't have that sheet, so I apologize. Or you want me to make some copies, or you want to show them that one and?
Yeah.
Share.
So it's bottom.
She's nice. Scribbled on it, but this is the proposed rate for this year as compared to last year.
That has the 3.5% in it. That has a 3.5% increase.
Yes, it's up to, it's like one digit below the voter approval, if you'll see the voter approval rate for you is here, and so we actually have just one
digit.
I don't know, one, I'm gonna say one digit, because I don't know if that's
Yes.
100. I don't know.
Well, you are younger, Kevin.
That's in fact a pretty small fraction there. And this is compared to last year,
Pretty close.
the same rate.
Overall,
Yes.
pretty close to the same. percentage differential. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The increase versus a decrease.
Oh, yeah.
Almost the same.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
it's almost,
You're just- it's a-
put combined all that, it's almost a push to 2024.
No, you raised it 3.5%. Total. To the voter
Right.
approved rate.
I'm looking at
45.
overproved
The general fund had some
and then the small.
unused
Yeah.
increases.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Because the general fund, we haven't increased it. The 3.5% every year for the past few years, you had some unused, they call it unused increment. So that's how the general fund was able to increase their taxes more than 3.5%. But the road and bridge we've used every year, we've gone up to the 3.5% on the FM lateral. We keep saying road and bridge, but the FM. So they did not have any unused increment.
We just need a motion.
I believe so.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion and a second on discussing or action on the tax rate. Again, a vote for record. I vote aye. Mr. Holcomb.
Aye.
Mr. Compton.
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins. Mr. Lake. All right, motion carries. Number 16, discuss our action on application for variance from Hill County subdivision rules and regulations. This is in Mr. Lake's precinct. Commissioner, this is that Michael Bowles project. Are you familiar with that variance?
Yes.
Do you-
Not the low tens.
Do you have any? No. I believe he was asking for. Oh, to not pave it. He wanted to rock the road, the private road, and not pave the private road.
I don't have a problem with it.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Motion to accept the variance?
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. That leads us to number 17, discuss interaction on preliminary plat for Michael Bowles project. Do you have any problem, Commissioner?
Too simple,
Yeah,
very simple.
Yeah.
And we don't have anything ready to do with it. It's all on his property, so.
I'm fine.
it's a preliminary.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Okay, so there's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Oh. Yeah.
I don't know that the record is really clear about the tax rate you were adopting.
Okay.
Just for purposes of the minutes.
Yep. So you want the total? Or broken? Both.
Well. Which one you're adopting?
We are adopting the voter, just below the voter approval tax rate of 0.452647. With the general fund being 0.387769 and the road and bridge being 0.064878.
You're good on that.
We are gonna, gentlemen, before we leave, we're gonna have a order needs to be signed for Mr. Hemrick's business, and an order needs to be signed on accepting the budget as goes with this addition. All right. With that being said.
Second.
Second. Motion in a second, Mr. Adjourn.